Hey everyone, it's Amelia here from True Colour International. Today I wanted to show you the exciting update to the True Colour Match app. If you go into the app, you'll notice that the home screen is very similar to previously. What I want to show you is if you tap on the Browse section, you'll notice that up the top there is an area where you can input the URL of the site that you're wanting to look at. What I've got here is a site already open, and the exciting new thing is that if you look on the left-hand side, there's a pink square. And if you touch on that with your finger, you can see that you can actually move the square around. So this enables you to select an area of an image without having to take the screenshot and then crop it and then upload it. So I just want to show you a few different tips and hints about this. The first thing to remember is that the best lighting is always going to be found in the studio shot. It's usually going to be better than a shot on a model. And that's because if you can see here, I'm just using the square to point out, there's lots of shadows and highlights and lowlights in this image. So that wouldn't be a particularly good one. This one's a little bit better, although what you don't want to do is select areas that are in any shade. So if I go over to the studio image, all I want to do is touch the little pink square and put it on a part of the fabric that seems to be the most consistent, and then press the Analyze button. When that analyzes, you'll see that a square pops up. So the selected area is on the left-hand side down the bottom in the pink. And what you want to do is just compare and make sure that the color that's been produced is as close as possible to the garment and as close as possible to the selected area. So we can see there that one's come up as light summer. Now what wouldn't work so well is if, for instance, you selected, let's just go this area of the garment, and then we'll press Analyze. You can see that the colour, although it's come up the same, is quite a lot darker than the first result. If I select an area of colour that includes other colours like the white t-shirt, it's come up a little bit lighter, and that's because the average of that colour includes the white. Another example that wouldn't work so well is if you selected a very dark area like I've just selected there. And you can see that because the lowlights have been taken into account, the colour has actually come out very different to how it appears in the image. So that wouldn't be a good selection. It wouldn't give you a good result. If I go into another colour, same thing, choosing the area that has the most even colouring without highlights and lowlights, and you can see that one's come up very clearly. The other thing is if you're having trouble and you're getting different results, again, it does depend on the area that you're selecting the colour from. The best photograph to analyse, you can see that one's taken lots of the lowlights into consideration. The best photograph to analyse on is usually going to be the one that's the studio image. One last try. You can actually tap on the image and make it really large as well. So I've made the image quite a lot larger, and we've come up with a new result. That's quite a lot lighter. Let me just try another image. I just want to go back into the regular size. It seems a little bit light compared to the fabric. Oh, it's come up as the same. It's a little bit lighter still. I'd like to see what happens if I get a colour analysed that looks similar, more similar. No, it's still come up as light spring. So what you're looking for are images that don't have the model in. You can see on the right there's lots of shadows, and on the left in this image there's lots of highlights, so that they'll actually come up as quite different results, I would expect. If I try that side and then I try that side, yeah, that one's come up as a soft autumn. You can see that there's lots more shadows. So that's one of the main new highlights. It's quite exciting. It takes away all of that inconvenience of having to take a screenshot and then crop the image and then upload it again. If you have any experiences with this, or you want to ask any questions, or if you've got any feedback, we really welcome feedback. You can email support@truecolorinternational.com. If you want to upload this app, you can find it in the App Store, or you can find it in the Google Play Store under True Colour Match. One more try just for fun, because I can't help myself. And that one's come up as a beautiful light spring. Have fun and let us know how you go.